Hello everyone, Phoenix61 here with your daily dose of World of Warships Legends. How is it going, everyone? Today, we are in the someone told me to call it the Kaba because I can't pronounce the rest of it, right? But yes, the legendary tier, Soviet-Russian destroyer, right? So this ship is one, and honestly, like full honestly, I struggle with with all of the Soviet destroyers, right? So, but Kaba is good. Like I've been getting better with it. I think where there was, I was playing through all my legendaries because there was like a win rose or whatever, right? A weekly reward for getting your first win with that ship or each legendary, right? So I was playing through them all, right? So we're in the Kaba, right? So this one. Definitely build it out as a gunboat, but man, she's fast, but sluggish, right? I feel like slow to get going and slow to stopping, but also, rudder shift is abysmal here, right? So we're maybe being a little bit out of place here by going into the zone, right? It's like concealment is just terrible, right? So, but I know that we get picked up and it's probably an enemy destroyer and he's probably off, right in these directions here. So, since we got picked up, I was like, all right, might as well start shooting our guns. And then we dropped the smoke screen angle appropriately, right? You're almost like a cruiser in this thing. And then we'll look back into the zone here, right? And then there's the torpedoes from said destroyer wherever he is, right? So we're able to get around all of these and dodge these and maintain, the zone here, right? So I feel like this is a little bit aggressive, and this is probably why, I don't know, probably why I don't play that well with these guys, right? Because in the event you do spot the other destroyer, a lot of times, yes, you can outgun them, but, if their teammates help shoot you, and, then you can go down quickly too, right? But just about everybody else is going to have better concealment, so if they're smart and they know that you would beat them in a gunfight, they're going to make their best effort not to get spotted, right? So that may be why he doesn't push into the zone here. And then as we notice, in the B hole cap on this map, right, our allied destroyer or team beat out the enemy destroyer that was in there, right? So we're already up a ship. And then I'm going to go full on aggression here against this Schlieffen. We've got a battleship helping us out as well. And I think there's a good chance that whatever destroyer was on their side, right, may have come around this outside since he didn't go into the zone. But we'll have to wait and see, right? We're unspotted once we go around, once we get this island between us and the Schlieffen here. So I'm going to assume, right, but he makes the right move. He starts turning out, and then, of course, there we see a smoke screen, so that's got to be the other destroyer, right? So I'm wondering if I can get turned in here. Maybe we could go undetected. He's moving with the Schlieffen, but then, yeah, we're going to get... So we did go undetected, but now we're getting picked up by the sonar from the Schlieffen here. So what is that, a rack of 5, so it's probably Shimakaze. There goes another 10 probably, right? So we're a little bit out of place and out of luck here, but right, we've built into... Yeah, there's some bullets from somebody. We've built into the guns and the health pool on this ship. All right, and so since we saw where some bullets were coming from, I'm going to push up on whoever this is and see if we can't get into a gunfight with him, right? We've got potentially more health than he has, even though we're at half, right? And I'll go through the commander build and how I have the ship set up, right? But for the most part, I think I've built into like health and guns and HE shells. And whether or not that's the way to go, right? Like that's just what's been working for me. Like I said, I'm not the best with these ships. Okay, there he is. Yeah, full health Shimakaze. So not the greatest guns on that ship, but he does have the, 3 racks of 5 torps that are just brutal, right? So if we get hit by a torpedo, we're screwed. But we may be able to outgun him here, regardless, right? So I'm going to point in towards him. I kind of am taking a guess that he was like broadside to us because he was going to try and dump more torpedoes. So I wanted to get turned in the other direction in case that's what happened. And then, yeah, we're triggering fires. We did get a little bit help from the cruiser as well. But yeah, I think even if we didn't have help, we would have been able to finish him off, right? So it's kind of the way you got to do it, right? You know, use your ship's strengths. I think them dropping the smoke screen, somebody, the battleship or whoever helped take out that Schlieffen was really, really huge for me in this in this scenario. So thank you to whoever that was, because otherwise that Schlieffen might have been keeping us spotted with sonar, and we might not have survived as long as we did, right? But we'll go in and see if we can't catch up to the rest of the fight. It looks like there is a cruiser capping B, trying to steal it away from us. If we can get in range, we will help with that. But yeah, you know, so we're 30,000 damage. We don't have any torpedo hits, right? It's just all guns at this point. And then, yeah, going for the destroyer, right? We did most of the work on that Shimikaze, so that's going to give us quite a bit of, that'll help us out on the XP front at the end of the game. And we'll keep pushing in, right? No more destroyers here, so it's going to be, hopefully we get in a situation where we can just kind of, you know, go guns a-blaze. And all right, so it's a Zhao. Right, Zhao, you know, a cruiser could do some work on us, obviously, but he's looking at somebody else. It looks like he's focusing on our allied cruiser that's also coming into the zone through over between A and B. So we'll take advantage and we'll get some shots off on him, see what we can do. And then along the way here, yeah, he's getting picked on by several people now. So along the way here, we'll start heading towards B, seeing if we can't help get the ticket back and recapture it. We did lose our Michelangelo to their Alaska. So Zhao is still breathing for the time being. And then he goes down. We do have to be careful, right? Zhao, you know, most of those Japanese cruisers are going to have torpedoes, right? So he could have potentially sent some through this way. So we'll just keep that in mind. Especially since this cruiser here, right? We've got this allied cruiser here as well. Alright, so we seem safe so far. I think we're good. See if we can't get a couple hits on this Alaska, right? So we'll trigger some defend banners here if we get the hits. There they are. We'll keep that zone out of their hands as best we can as well, while we take back the B-hole. Triggered the fire there. He's kind of forced to put it out since he's so low on health. So we'll see if we can get another one here. Oh, no fire, but we did get a hit, so we got a fisted medal. Or banner, whatever you want to call it. And we'll get this cap, and then yeah, so 3 battleships left, right? So, you know, it's kind of tough to tell, like, it's, you know, we've got a smoke screen, right? So, but people are going to kind of expect us to do a lot of the spotting here. So, ideally, we want to get into the A cap, drop our smoke, and then we'd be able to just damage farm these 3 battleships. But if no one else is going to be willing to spot them for us, we'll kind of be forced out of that situation. But we'll keep pushing up and see what comes around the corner here. Kind of curious where those other 2 battleships are at this point. Always gotta keep in mind that concealment is terrible on this ship. Nope, we do have somebody coming from the other direction now. Look at the mini-map. It is the Vermont. So if he keeps pushing up, right? Torpedo range is terrible, right? 6 kilometers at legendary tier. But if he keeps pushing up, we'll be able to send some his direction. So I'm going to drop smoke here, just at least until we get this zone capped, right? The game's not a solid win just yet. We're only up 1 ship. These guys have quite a bit of health left. And so I just held off on firing the torpedoes right away, and I'm going to send a rack now, just in case he's coming back, right? In case he decides to push in. And then, yeah, like I said, so we dropped the smoke and we're capping the zone. That's great. But yeah, nobody else is willing to spot anything for the time being. But not a big deal. Like, right, the situation doesn't really call for that. So, like, you know, we don't need it for the win. We're up on points. We got the zones, right? So, and then yeah, Vermont comes in and we timed our torpedoes pretty good. So And then since he fired his guns, he's getting spotted by us even though we're in the smoke. And so everyone's going to hyper-focus on him, including us. So we get some hits on him. Torpedoes and guns. See if we can get one more torp hit as he goes undetected here. Oop, we get the kill with the guns, so that puts 2 for us on the board here. And then we'll be able to go back to capping the zone. 8 seconds left here. We only got 20 seconds left on the smoke screen, but we'll do the safe thing and get the zone. Yeah, looks like my last 2 allies aren't going to want to budge as far as spotting, which is totally understandable. So we'll move out of the smoke and see who we can pick up here. And then if we need to, we can just move away. You know, right? If you want to play it super conservative, make sure you get the win. Right? Just make sure you just spot the ships as being the destroyer. Spot the ships. Let your allies do the shooting, right? But I don't like playing conservative sometimes, so we'll give it a minute here to see where the other guy is at and see how much health he has. Okay, Musashi doesn't have too much left. We'll see if we get a little bit of health left. We could probably take 1 salvo, right, if we angle correctly. Yeah, Musashi looks like he wants to come this way or shoot at us. Conqueror did take a shot at us. Alright, so we'll YOLO push in. I'm going to rely on at least one of my remaining allies to hopefully survive to pull off the win here. We'll send torps in a couple different spots, right? 1 short and 1 along the suggested line to see if we can't get that hit. And of course he's the last one now, so gung-ho. We'll do our work on him and then see if our torps are going to get him or not. It did look like he turned a little bit, but might be fine. And I was like, oh, let's see if AP can work the side. I didn't quite really do that. So we get killed by him. And we'll give it a hot second here while our allies finish him off. And then we will take a peek at the leaderboard, see how we did, and then I'll go through the how I have the commander set up. Oh, he's on fire now. Oh, it's not our fire, though. That would have been nice. There we go. Popped helping hand there, too. I kind of thought we might have been dead too long for us to be able to get that one, but... So yeah, 100,000 damage in the Kaba. Like I said, that's, you know, I don't play the ship too much. But yeah, 3,200 XP does put us at the top of the leaderboard quite easily. And then, yeah, walked away with 183,000 silver. Yep, move through the campaign. There it is. Okay, I had it filtered on the wind roses, so we'll have to go back and find the Soviet ships and turn that off. And yeah, so for this first slot, I do have traverse speed, right? Because the turret traverse speed is just god-awful on these ships, right? On a lot of these Soviet destroyers. But then I do a propulsion mod. You could do steering gears because, right, like the rudder shift on this is also abysmal, so I wouldn't, you know, that would be another good option. And then we do go concealment, and then I did pick dispersion and range there. You could go reload, but then you're taking the hit on the turret traverse speed, so it's kind of why I didn't go that route. And then yeah, this is 100% free to play build here, so Vladimir, and then yeah, the more HE shell damage and then more health for inspirations. HE shell damage here, mortar, right, we're building into the guns. Same here, playing with fire. And then I went smokescreen, and then of course unstoppable. I'm almost always using unstoppable on destroyers. And that is going to be our Kaba video for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. Please do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That does help me out quite a bit. We do Legends videos just about every day, so we will see you guys again tomorrow.